Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Welcome, everyone. All those of you new to the channel, and this is our bull herd. We're going to be moving them on to a fresh silvo pasture, and I've got Jan actually mic'd up so you can be able to hear her pretty good. And they're ready to go. These bulls are just absolutely warm in this foiler. So with that,
they're ready to roll.
Yeah,
and
ready to roll.
Yeah, they need to roll. I had to get up here to keep them from getting on the four-wheeler to go.
Okay, here we go. Woo! Yeah. Look out, big boys. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're going to be in heaven, honey, when they hit the spot.
They're ready to go.
So they were on about 5 acres here for 24 hours. And we just got a pretty good rain a while ago, and we're going to be getting some more tonight. And come on, boys, let's go. Woo!
Yeah.
Here they come.
They didn't really want to come this way. They wanted to go the other way.
Yeah. Didn't take them long, though. Can you get them all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Woo! Yeah.
Come on, big boys.
Yeah. Well, they'll be glad to lose their winter hair coat.
They're losing it every day.
Woo!
So you can see how wet it is by the tracks we're putting in the ground just with the four-wheeler and the cattle.
In 24 hours.
In 24 hours. So we've had about over 3.5 inches of rain in about 2.5 days. So it's wet, but we'll show you that they aren't really pugging up the ground that much. And we're still leaving lots of clover and other species in here. So it will really jump once these guys are out of here.
So this is actually called the back 40. It's actually got about 15 acres of grass on it. So we split it in two. So they had like 7.5 to 8 acres on each move. That's what that polywire is right there. We split it down the middle. Now the boys get to go to a new paddock, and they're going to be very happy campers.
I like this one over here. I like the color on him. He's really dark red, just beefy looking. He's built like a man should be built for a bull.
Good thick bull.
Trying to see if we can find that oil line on the backs of them. It's a little hard right now. We're not at a good angle.
Looks like we're going to beat the rain, honey.
I hope so.
We got some clouds building in the west.
And the wind's starting to shift and it's getting cooler. Woo! Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Come on, big boys.
Yeah.
They're not certain where they're going today.
Woo!
Normally they would have had this whole paddock and they would have gone kind of where we were that way. So they kind of feel like we're going backwards a little bit and they're a little hesitant to come, but you can see they know they're going to get a reward once they get to a new paddock.
The area they're going on to was a cedar grove, 100% cedars, zero grass under them. We're going to show you what it is now. This is about our 4th year since we've cleared the cedars off.
Whoa. Woo! So you can tell we've just come onto a new property. We've had this for a while, but now we have landowners that bought this property from the old fellow who passed. So we have a lot more carte blanche to do things. Oh, they're excited. Look at them. Look at them. They're like, yeah, this is where we were waiting. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, he got it.
Honey, are they still running?
Oh, yeah. For 70 some odd, that it doesn't look that many till you're waiting for them to come through that fence. Ooh, there's a nice looking one with the blonde bangs.
Man, yeah, that's a good looking bull. There's a lot of good young bulls.
Oh.
Look at that one.
Yeah.
He's a dandy. There's a nice young one there. A 991, he'd be the 91st calf born in 2019.
854.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you think about 720 here, Jen?
Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah. I love that color. I like that darker red.
He's just a chunk of meat, isn't he?
Yeah. And look, you can just see he's starting to oil too.
Yeah. Got a waddle in his ass when he walks.
Mm-hmm. Nice set of testicles, balanced, even, not too huge.
Yeah. Just a good animal.
Okay. So.
Okay, so we're, Jan, you want to kind of give a little talk what we're actually looking at here on the ground? What did this used to look like?
This used to look like that over there. So dense and thick, you can't hardly see daylight in there. And in fact, this whole ridge, when we first came down here on that little Toyota, you could just barely come through here. It was slapping the sides, scratching. And I remember we came and we made it just wide enough so it wouldn't slap the sides.
Yep.
And then we widened it more. And then when Steve and Cindy bought it, we took a lot more liberties and started cutting and pushing this back. And if you turn around, Greg, here's the thing I'm really having a lot of fun with. Are these cedar slabs. Greg's kind of thinks I'm a bit crazy. This is like a kid in a toy store for me.
You can cover the cedar slabs. Let me give a little spill on the wood miser.
Oh, yeah.
This is an LT40 hydraulic wood miser mill. It's got a diesel engine on it, and it's got the quick set here on the front, so or simple set, so you can just.
That's this here?
Yeah, this has got, you don't have to take it off. There's a computer program. Like that wire is hot.
Oh, it is? Well, then maybe I won't take it off.
Around it, keep the cows from rubbing on it.
Well, then
anyway, so we milled all those cedars that she was talking about. That's them right there. So we milled out probably 300 logs right here, and we have another 100 and some odd logs across the road. But Jan, go ahead and talk about your cedar slab.
Yeah, well, Greg wasn't.
Hold on a minute. I'm going to show you a shirt.
Oh.
These are our new shirts. It says, there's clover all over Green Pastures Farm, and at the bottom there's a little indentation that says, winter grass will save your ass. Turn it on the front.
And we got this nice little logo.
Yep.
And
Green Pastures Farm with there's a cow and a sheep and a calf on there.
Yeah, and we've got small all the way up to 3X in sizes. So there's the plug for the t-shirts. You can go to the our web page on greenpasturesfarm.net and go under for things for sale. But let's go back to these cedar logs, so our slabs. So my girlfriend and I, we've been having a blast coming over here. And when I was over here when they were milling, this was my pile of things that I wanted. When I was gone, they quit doing it. So what I've been doing is we come over here and we'll flip them through. I got to figure out what to do with these tiny slabs here, and I don't know why they're tiny, but I'm going to come up with something. But these are my two big slabs I pulled out, and there's more over there. I want to make a playhouse. I know, I saw. You'll hear it if I hit it.
We're going to hear a zap on her butt.
But what I want to do with this, for the Airbnb,
Yep.
There's things that we haven't really promoted getting kids outside.
Right.
So I want to make a little playhouse.
Okay.
And I want to cut these up into lengths and make like a little log cabin, half walls, so parents can see in.
Yeah.
Use some of these slabs, maybe bigger than this, for like the roof line, but
Okay.
they won't bunk their heads. Put a seat in, but can't you just imagine this as a cedar playhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
Oh,
Can you turn it over?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's beautiful.
See all the red? That's what
Wow.
provides the life of these woods.
That's unbelievable. It's beautiful.
But then, what my girlfriend and I have been doing with, let's say, planks like this. I don't know why we didn't take this one last time we were here. She and I have been coming over. Oh, I know, it's a little thin in the middle.
Cabbage in them all.
We've been, what we do is we're making raised beds out of these.
Okay.
So we'd use some of those bits of fiberglass rods, the ends when we chop off for the fence.
Yep.
We put it on 2 on this side and maybe 1 in the middle, 1 on this side.
Yep.
And who cares if they're not square or even, I think, make them artistic.
Yep.
Make them pie wedges, whatever. And then we fill them up. Nothing's going to tear these down. Eat through them. And then what I've been making Greg do is come over, and we got these big plastic bins. We've been, there's that shovel I left over here. Been scraping out all the sawdust, and then I've been putting that down for the paths to keep the weeds down.
I like the sawdust leaving because it was getting in our way. But we didn't have any room to squirt any more out when we make our sawing, so that's good.
So you can see I've got a lot of other creativity things to do.
Oh my goodness, you got a lifetime there, honey.
Yeah, yeah, and maybe some creative birdhouses just because I like to use up things. But anyway, let's get back to our video.
Okay, so out here in front, folks, you can see this was all cedar trees. And not only was it cedar trees, it was big cedar trees.
Here we go. Here's a remnant of one of them.
That's the trunk, the stump. And so that'll be there probably for the next 50 years. But you know what? The cows don't care about that stump. Look at the clover growing right up next to it.
And this is what kind of clover, Greg? White clover?
That's white. That's white clover.
So it's more a runner type.
Yeah, it's just filled in that whole area. And it's just amazing. And look what's happening right here. So we got nature because we don't kill our ants. We don't spray for ants or destroy ant hills. Look what they're doing for us. They're breaking that stump down. They've got a colony going in that hole there, and they'll eat that stump out of the ground. I'm not talking about fire ants. I'm just talking about normal ants. But look at the forage out here. That was a cedar grove.
And let's walk over it too.
Let's go look at it. Yeah, let's go look at here's some of the logs that we cut out. These are still to be milled.
Yeah, there's quite a few out here to be milled.
Look at the trunk on that one. That's a big one.
See how much red's in that puppy.
Yeah, that's a good one there. Some good logs left there.
So let's remember what this looks like out here.
Okay.
We've got orchard grass, we've got some fescue, we've got some red clover, we got white clover.
Yep.
What's over here?
This is Lespedeza coming up, all that little stuff. Tons of Lespedeza.
What's this little delicate grass?
That's Timothy.
Ooh, that's the last cool season to express.
Yep. Let's go and see how much forage is in this cedar. This ought to be impressive. How many cattle or sheep could you raise in here?
None. But people try to raise them in here.
I mean, look at that. There's nothing in here.
Just some hickory and oak leaves.
And you notice the rain, what it did to the floor? Look how much it moved. It moved a lot of the litter. Out here on the land where we have plants, green plants, it caught it. But that's what we started with, and now we have this. This is our 4th year. So it doesn't happen overnight.
No,
But we had the little bale and roller,
the
ATV bale and roller. We unrolled hay in here.
And took us a lot of chainsaw time.
A lot of chainsaw time.
But then you had your grapples.
Had the grapples.
Oh, we love the grapples.
I love the grapples. The grapples go on front end of a tractor. You can stack as much brush with a set of grapples in 1 hour as 2 men can do in a month.
Yeah.
I got to show you this up here, though. I did put my signature in one of the stumps. Here it is. Yep, there it is. Greg Judy, 2016. Yep. Did a little chainsaw carving there. That's a big stump. That'll be there many years. But we have a lot of stuff coming. Here's some honeysuckle, which we don't like, but the sheep will eat that.
And we're starting to run them through here.
Here's a nice plant.
I can't.
That's a hickory.
Okay.
It's a hickory sprout. And when they're young like that, guess what happens to them? Sheep will eat them. What's right next to it, honey? Right here.
Oak.
Oak sprouts.
There's a pin oak.
Yep, pin oak.
Pin oak.
Oh, what's this one? Look at this. This is a Japanese clover.
Yeah, hops clover.
Hop clover. Yep. Beautiful stuff. Man, it's really coming in here.
It is. It almost looks like alfalfa if you didn't know any different.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. And then we have our nemesis, which is the multifer rosebush. What do you think is going to happen to that when we bring sheep in here?
I don't know. Hopefully they'll kill it or set it way back.
They will strip every leaf off of that rosebush.
And where do those bulls go, hon?
Oh, we got to go check them out. Let's go down this road. Coming in here, we saw turkeys this morning, or just a while ago. We've got a really active turkey population in here now. And that's because we're providing feed. The clover draws in the bugs. The manure pats bring in the turkeys.
And deer?
And deer are going after all this beautiful sprouts, all the beautiful sprouts.
And before we couldn't even see, here's a red clover blooming.
Oh yeah, sure enough, yep.
But before, there was really nothing in here because it was just that dense, thick cedar trees.
This is that old roadway that Jan was talking about right here. It was about 9 feet wide, going right through the middle of brush. And literally it would take your head off driving a four-wheeler through it. And now we've got this nice opening. The bulls have hit the end of the paddock. Somebody said the other day, well, I don't understand why Greg's animals always go to the far end of the paddock. Mine, when I move my animals, they put their head down and start eating when I open the gate. And I'm like, well, it's probably because your animals are hungry.
They've been limited.
They've been limited. Animals' normal behavior is to go to the back of the paddock first and then start grazing. That's right. That's what we're seeing. Look at them. They've hit that back fence and now they're coming back at us.
And now they're eating.
Look at them go. Jan, let's see if we can get up here and hear them.
Okay.
We can actually hear them ripping the forage off. Now, see, there was one eating the autumn olive sprout.
He's shaking his head.
Yep.
Okay, let's be quiet.
You got the mic on. Go real slow. There you go. What are they eating?
They're eating the clover first. And that's something, folks, that's good to notice. What do they eat first? They'll eat the high protein stuff first. Then they'll come back and get the woodies and the grass to help balance their diet out.
And there's a lot of energy in those plant tips too. You saw this bull here, 84, whipped up on 890 there. Just get out of my way. You got too close to me. Folks, every bull in here has a pecking order. And if you get too close to his grazing area, he's going to let you know, wait a minute, I whipped you last week. You don't get around me when I'm eating. That's what they do. And they can challenge in their pecking order, and they do. They'll push on each other till one wins.
But yeah, they're all eating the clover first.
Look like they're pretty happy out here, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Folks, this was a cedar grove.
Thick.
That was growing no food, no solar energy conversion.
4 years ago.
4 years ago. Look at it.
And did we plant anything, honey?
Nothing.
We maybe unrolled bales.
Unrolled bales. Look at this bull, Jan. Does he look like he's pregnant?
Yeah.
Look at the gut on that bull.
Look.
Looks like he's got a calf in it.
Yes, he does. I have to say, honey, a lot of these look like that.
I mean, look at the gut.
I Okay, Greg, because you're starting to see that oil slick down their backs as this hair starts coming off.
Yep.
What's that mean again?
When you see a slick, oily spot down the top of your animals, that's telling you it's like a barometer. It's telling you that your animals are performing 100% in sync with nature, in their environment. And Ian Mitchell from South Africa has a great saying, and that is, an animal is born in the environment in which it is born to, it should be adapted. Okay? The function of an animal is to perform in that environment. And if they don't perform in the environment in which they were born, you as the predator need to take them out. They're just not going to make you any money. And some of these are not going to be bulls. I mean, this one right here, that's going to be a steer. We will clamp, or not clamp him, but band him. He's just not a bull specimen. This guy here definitely is. But anyway, we're going to end this thing. It's a beautiful evening here, and Jan and I are enjoying being out with our bulls on a new civil pasture that we cleared. We left quite a few trees in here.
And you can see, in fact, there's the what the grapples did.
Yeah, there's the grapples, what they did down there. They moved all the cedars. We grabbed them, stuck them down in there. But we didn't burn them. We left them for the rabbits. So there's rabbits in there. We've actually got a pair of bobcats I've seen across the road living in those now. And so I like that. I like having all the different diversity. Anyway, with that, I'm going to sign off, and we're going to see some of y'all in September. We did sell out the first grazing school, so it's now full. The second one is the 17th through the 19th of September.
And we've got about 30 spots left.
Yeah, about 30 spots left on that one. You can go to our website, greenpasturesfarm.net. And Jan, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Come visit us, and love to see you.
All right, we'll see y'all down the road.